Guys, it's Sarah, and today I have a book haul for you. I have probably 9 books here to show you, plus a little extra goodie that I got in the mail. And these were all purchased for my birthday, which, you guys, I have 5 books that were sent and 4 books that I bought myself on my birthday. I went to Barnes & Noble with a friend and treated myself on my birthday. I bought 4 books. I don't usually go into Barnes & Noble and buy 4 books. That was kind of a lot, but I decided to treat myself. So it is what it is. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is actually some stickers that are available on Etsy. And these were sent to me by a subscriber. She contacted me and said, hey, I have these things I want to share with you. Do you mind if I send you some? And I was like, okay. So the girl that runs the Etsy shop is actually a senior in high school. And she is like a family friend of the person who contacted me. And so she is, finishing high school, planning to go to college to be a veterinarian. Awesome. And she has her own Etsy shop where she makes stickers, and she sent me some bookish ones, which is really awesome. So I wanted to show them to you because they are super duper cute. So here is one of them. It's like a little open book with the page turning. How cute is that? And this is a row of books that looks like, on a bookshelf. And then we have a stack of books, super cute, and then a shorter stack with 4 books in it. But these come in both matte and glossy, and she sent me a little sampling of each, and they are so cute. I cannot wait to put these all over my reading planner next year. It's going to be so great. I'm going to keep them handy for that. So I'm going to leave her Etsy shop link down below. It's called Caitlin's Art Emporium. I'll leave it down below, and it's a sticker shop. So if you guys are interested in getting some bookish stickers, this would be a great place to do that. And thank you so much for the gift. Okay, so the first book that was sent to me was sent very kindly by Alicia. She contacted me and asked if she could send me a book that brought her a lot of joy recently, and that is Your Secret Became Mine, and this is by P.S. Fishbaugh. P.S. Fishbaugh, I believe. And this one follows a woman named Erin. And when Erin was younger, she found her brother strangled on his bedroom floor. So someone killed him, and the case went cold. They were never able to find out who killed her brother. So it's 20 years later. Erin is now married. She's married to a very controlling husband, and she ends up returning to her childhood home, going through her brother's room and finding some clues that are kind of leading into things she didn't know about him and things that could possibly lead to why he was killed and maybe who killed him. All the while she is trying to figure out if she can leave her husband, because it's not a healthy relationship at all, and she's trying to figure out how to keep herself safe as well. So she's trying to do both of those 2 things simultaneously. So Alicia really loved this and thinks I would too, so she sent me a copy, and thank you very much, Alicia. I really appreciate it. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Brianna, The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. Can you guys believe I have never read this book and I didn't own it? It's been sitting on my wish list for a really, really long time, and I constantly think about picking it up, and I don't know why I never have. I just haven't. I don't know what I was holding out for, but I've never picked it up. I had so many opportunities. I could have picked it up whenever I wanted, and I don't know why I kept hesitating on it. But this is probably one of the most popular World War II historical fiction novels on the planet, and I have not read it. I can't even believe that. I have read Kate Quinn before, and I really like her books. I like her writing. I have a couple of other books on my shelves by her that I'm really excited to read, and now this one is going to go on there as well. But this is a World War II historical fiction following female spies, and from what I hear, it's like crazy. So I'm really excited to read it at some point. But Brianna, thank you so much for the gift. Then my friend Audrey over at Chapter and Converse sent me a book for my birthday as well, and she sent me The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This is one I definitely want to read. I've heard really, really good things about it. I've heard a couple mixed reviews as well, but for the most part, a lot of people seem to really enjoy this book, and I'm definitely interested. It follows a woman who's kind of between life and death, and she ends up finding this library that is housed full of memories where she can revisit those memories, and she can see what her life would have been like if she had made a different choice in her life. So I think that's really interesting. I think it's going to bring up a lot of questions. I think it's going to make me think, and I'm really excited to read it. So Audrey, thank you so much. And then my friend Jennifer also sent me a book for my birthday, and that is For Your Own Good. And this is by Samantha Downing. This was on my most anticipated list for this year, one of my most anticipated releases, because I have read Samantha Downing and I loved the book that I read by her. I still have another one to read on my shelves, but I absolutely loved what I did read, and this one sounds really good as well. This is a dark academia book that follows a professor who I believe is, I don't know if he's mentoring a group of students, but I think there's some sort of connection between him and a group of students, and I think it's him kind of feeling like he knows better than, or he knows what they need better than anyone else, or that's all I've kind of heard. I haven't heard a whole lot about the plot, but it's intriguing enough to me that I want to pick it up for sure. And I do love dark academia books, so yay! But I'm so excited to read this. So thank you, Jennifer, for your kind gift. And the last book that was sent to me was from Lindsay, from Lindsay's Little Library. And this girl spoiled me rotten. Okay, so she sent me a book and a couple of extras that go along with it. But the book is The Soul of an Octopus. This is by Cy Montgomery. Now, there's an octopus on the cover. I don't know if I've shared this a whole lot, but I love octopus. I think they're so cool. Like, if we're at an aquarium and I see one, I'm just like drawn to it. I think they're incredibly amazing animals, and just the way that they move, and it's just so cool. So I think they're really cool animals. So this is actually a nonfiction that does explore like emotional and physical aspects of the octopus. And apparently it's really good, because when I showed this on Instagram, like, a lot of people were like, that's a really good book. And I'm like, really? Like, I've never heard of this, but now I'm super intrigued. So I think that's really cool. And it's a nice little short nonfiction book. So she sent me this. And the reason for this is because I had asked her a while ago if she would make me a book sleeve that has octopus on it. And I completely forgot I asked her to do that. Like, I mean, we're talking months and months and months ago, I asked her for something like that. And I just forgot that I even asked for it. And then she ended up making me one. You guys, look how cute that is. Can you even? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. And blue's my favorite color. So like, this book came in here. Thank you, Lindsay. Then she also sent me a mug with an octopus that has books, and it says bibliophile. I can't, you guys. It is so cute. This is from Epic Reads, so I'll see if I can link this down below if I can find it. But oh my gosh, like, she completely spoiled me. I was not expecting anything at all from her, and then she sent me like this box with all these things, and she just completely blindsided me. And yeah. So, Lindsay, you're the best. Okay, and then on my birthday, I got a text message from a friend of mine. And she, was saying happy birthday and stuff. And what are you doing today? And I was like, oh, I'm just kind of hanging out. Don't really have any plans, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I'm going to Barnes & Noble. You want to come? And I was like, yep. So we went to Barnes & Noble, and it was so much fun, you guys. We just like walked around and browsed, and I ended up buying 4 books because we're bad influences on each other. So, and plus it was literally my birthday. So I was like, I'm just going to treat myself. It's fine. So the first one that I grabbed, and this is one that I've actually checked out from the library before, and I wasn't able to get to it, so I took it back. But it's one that I really do want to read. It really intrigues me, and that is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. Okay, first, this cover is so stunning. I love this cover so much. It is beautiful, and I'm just really intrigued by this. I know that this is a fantasy book, and I believe it follows Indigenous characters and its own voices as well, from what I'm understanding. Okay, so this one is hard to describe, and even people who have read it have a hard time describing it, but it's set like pre-Columbia, or pre-Columbian Americas is what it says. There's forbidden magic. There is a ton of characters. There's a fantasy adventure. It takes place during a solar eclipse, which is really interesting. So there's going to be some of that type of stuff in here. And there's 3 lives that are converging. And it's kind of like an unbalancing of the world, basically, when this is happening. It's all happening during a solar eclipse. So I'm intrigued anyway, like, even though I can't really tell you exactly what it's about, but it definitely has me intrigued, and I've heard enough good things about it that I was willing to spend my money on it and see what it's all about. So that was the first one I grabbed. And I hit the buy one, get one half off table naturally. And this is a book that's been on my mind lately, and I have been wanting to pick it up. I've wanted to pick it up since it came out, and I just hadn't done it yet. And I was like, you know what? October's a really good time to pick this up. Of course, I'm not going to be able to read it right now, but I went ahead and purchased it, and that is Once and Future Witches. This is by Alex E. Harrow. I really would like to read something by Alex E. Harrow. I'm hearing really good things about her writing and her characters and her stories, so I'm intrigued to read her anyway. And then this is definitely the one that has caught my eye the most, and it was on the buy one, get one half off, so I was like, why not? So this follows three sisters who are in Salem, and during this time, witches are not a thing. There used to be witches, but now they're, gone and nobody's worried about them and blah, 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 and that's not a thing anymore. But they are, and so it seems to me like they're trying to make a comeback, like they're going to be the ones to bring witchcraft back into the world. So that's kind of what I'm getting from the synopsis on the back. It's a little bit vague, but I'm really, really interested in reading this one. Because I picked up that one, I needed to also grab another one so I could get the half off, right? So this was interesting because my friend Mandy and I, we both were walking around and needed something for the buy one, get one half off. And we were like, we need like one more book. Let's see. And we saw this on a table, and it was kind of like the feature of the table. And it had a big sign that had a tagline that said, Silence of the Lambs, but for young adult. And we were like, ooh, let's pick that up and read the back of it. And we both got this book, which is kind of funny. This is called None Shall Sleep. This is by Elle Marney. And this is set in 1982 in Quantico, Virginia, right down the street from me. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, done. Set locally to me, like I'm totally in for that. So I need to make sure I read it while we're here. But this is two teenagers. One is a serial killer survivor, and one is a U.S. Marshal candidate. And they're recruited by the FBI to interview a convicted juvenile killer and provide insight from his past cases. So they're like going to be studying him and, interviewing him and doing all that to see what kind of information they can get from his cases from before. So these two kind of build their own reputation for being able to talk to juvenile murderers is kind of their focus because they're in the same age demographic. And they kind of build themselves up to be really good to talk to people because they seem to open up to them more because they relate to them more. And then these two end up getting put on an active case, which is exciting. So that sounds really interesting. And my friend Mandy already read it. She bought a book and read it right away. Who does that? But she said it was really good. She really enjoyed it. So yeah, but Silence of the Lambs for young adult. And then lastly, while Mandy and I were walking around, she said something. She said, well, what's a book that you would recommend to a lot of people? And I was like, ooh, let's do that. Let's recommend books to each other and we'll buy them today. And she was like, done. So I recommended her Lovely War by Julie Berry because she hadn't read that book and she didn't own it. And then she recommended me The Outsider by Stephen King. And this was definitely on my list to check out at some point because it's Stephen King. I really enjoy his books. I'm in the middle of one right now and I'm really enjoying it. I just like his writing. It can get really weird. It can get hard to listen to. It can make you cringe. It can scare the crap out of you at some points. It can really creep you out. It can make you laugh. It's all over the board. I'm not kidding. You can get all of that in one book. But so Stephen King is always a win for me. And so when she recommended this one, I was like, good excuse to just go ahead and put it on my shelves because I would really like to read this. Plus, this has been adapted. Ben Mendelsohn is in this adaptation, and I love him as an actor. He is such a great actor. And when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh, I really want to watch that. Obviously, I want to try to read the book first. But now I have it. I'm excited to read it. And yeah, so this is one that Mandy recommended to me. Okay, guys, that is it. Those are the books that I received / purchased on my birthday. And I really appreciate you guys and your generosity. And thank you so much for sending me books. You never have to. Just know how much I appreciate it. And I'm going to have another book haul coming up here soon because I do have some ARCs that I'm receiving. I'm still getting a couple. I'm waiting for a couple to come in that I know have shipped. So I'm kind of waiting for that, to add that, but I'm going to have that. I'm going to have my book of the month for October. We are going on a trip soon, and I'm going to be doing some book shopping there, so I'll have those in that haul as well. So I'm going to have like another October book haul coming up here soon for you guys. So just broke it down into 2 parts this month, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Have you read any of these? Let me know your thoughts. And again, thank you to everybody who took the time to do that. I really appreciate it. Okay, I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.